Hello and welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. We're here in the LKS Lots, LKS Wood it's actually pronounced, but I think everyone at home is calling it Lots Stadium, and this is the match preview for Ukraine v Republic of Ireland. I'm joined by Ger Brown. Ger, are you feeling optimistic about tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better form about tomorrow than I would have been prior to 5 o'clock on Saturday. I think after winning tonight, I think everyone kind of missed the kind of feel-good factor we felt that was starting to build this team towards the end of the last campaign, and the March window that the air kind of went out with that balloon after the two results. But it's all changed now. It shows how quickly things can change in sport. That great result on Sunday or Saturday. Got here yesterday, mingled a lot of fans when I got in last night. There's still a feel-good factor, feel-good buzz. It's been a long window. You know, it's kind of, I think as Stephen Kenny said, we're going to treat this like a mini tournament, and hopefully we can now sign off the season and head into the summer with a positive result and keep things going and get back to where we were, you know, the end of last year, March window, and put them two results behind us.
Yeah, look, Saturday was a huge bonus.
Yeah.
I think it's changed the whole mood of the nation. I think we were all well, I was certainly, I'll speak for myself, I was on a downer after the 2-1-0 defeats, and but look, what a lift Saturday gave us, and what a lift Saturday must have given Stephen Kenny and the squad, and the confidence they can take from, look, 3 goals, a comprehensive 3-0 win, and also a clean sheet.
Yeah, and never really, apart from our own individual mistakes that give Scotland chances, never really looked like kind of conceded. Not going to lie, even at 2-0 you still had fears and worries that if Scotland get one, we might come away empty-handed this game, but I think once the third goal went in for Obafemi early in the second half, you could sit back, relax, and you could see it in the play. Like, the confidence was there. They were trying things maybe you wouldn't normally try if you're winning. And just seeing out the game, it was a terribly professional kind of performance. You know, the second goal, the ball over the top from Obafemi to Parrott, or Obafemi's bullish himself. You know, 2 of the best goals you're probably ever going to see. Like, I was directly behind the goal for Obafemi's third goal. I thought at first it was going over, but just the dip on it was absolutely brilliant. And like I said, it has to give a buzz, it has to give a confidence. Look, and there should be no motivation either as well. This is the team that turned us over in their own backyard only 6 days ago. Much changed team as well, which also kind of shows there's a big health warning coming in tomorrow night's game. I think we're expecting a full strength Ukraine. I think from what we've seen over this window as well, including the playoff between Ukraine and Scotland, Ukraine do look like the best team in this group. I think they've dropped down from League A, so they're probably showing that bit of experience. Quarterfinals of the Euros last year, just narrowly missed out in the World Cup. So it's going to be a tall ask for tomorrow. But like I said, look, we're going into this game in a feel-good factor and a feel-good buzz, and hopefully kicking on from Saturday.
Yeah, now you mentioned Michael Obafemi, and I think I'm in the minority when I thought even the assist was even better than the 1-0 goal.
I agree with you, actually, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't think too many do, but it was a fantastic goal. I'm not taking anything away from the goal, but the assist was just, I just had me pouring. Yeah, brilliant. But Michael Obafemi, unfortunately, is out. We've just come from the press conference, and unfortunately, Michael Obafemi is out of tomorrow night. And we're also missing 2 of our key players at the back in Shane Duffy and John Egan. So, as you mentioned, there's no doubt we're up against the best team in the group, unless, well, okay, prove me wrong tomorrow. But I think Ukraine are the best team in the world. Yeah. Or sorry, not in the world, in the best team in the group. And I'd love to be proved wrong on that tomorrow. But how are we going to tackle without 3 key players from Saturday?
Yeah, it's kind of the story of Michael Obafemi's career, isn't it? You just feel like an injury is never too far away, and just when it's finally taken off from in a green shirt. I actually thought he was really encouraging when he came on Wednesday night as well, which is good because he probably didn't have the best impact, as we know, in Yerevan, so it's good to show they put that behind him. But just kind of thinking, after coming to back a really good season with Swansea, massive impact on Saturday. Like, he was only on the pitch for 55 minutes and still got man of the match. That just tells you all you need to know. And bang, here comes another injury. And yeah, the loss at the back as well. Egan, I didn't actually think he was going to play Saturday because I took it for granted the fact he went off on Wednesday. He was going to be injured, but I said he's out for personal reasons. Duffy suspended. I know some people were maybe still a little bit critical of his performance Saturday. I know he coughed up 1 or 2 opportunities for Scotland, but I still thought he was much better than what he was against Ukraine. Big losses. I do find it strange bringing in Jimmy Dunn, bringing in the player at this stage. Like, he hasn't kicked the ball since QPR season ended the first week in May. He's going to be coming in kind of very, very cold, so I don't really expect him to have much opportunity. Darragh O'Shea obviously featured in the Ukraine match, so I think he'll probably be one of the most likely players to kind of come in. Maybe it's going to lead to a bit of a change in formation. You know, possibly an opportunity for someone like a Ryan Manning or someone like that possibly to kind of come in, or just looking at Chinozie Benny down there doing a bit of work. He could be back in the picture of the frame. But probably the most encouraging thing as well, when we're talking about defenders here, Gary, is the performances of Nathan Collins over the last couple of games, like chatting to a lot of Scots after the game. I was surprised, didn't actually know who he was, which I'm shocked because of the way he ended the season with Burnley, but he's just shown I think he's going to be a Rolls Royce future Ireland captain. He's got a great career ahead of him if the last 2 or 3 games are anything to go by.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely superb against Ukraine, and he was excellent again. And now he's probably going to be the senior statesman at the back. I'm not sure if Stephen is going to change formation. He seems to like 3 at the back, and we are going to be under pressure against a really good Ukrainian side, and probably a much better side than we even saw in the Aviva last week. So it is going to be very tough. The good news is it appears that Chiedozie Ogbene is fit and available, which is good to see. But I'm a bit concerned with losing Shane Duffy and John Egan out of the defence for a really tough away game.
Do you also think as well, another point I was just kind of thinking it was noticeable for Saturday when Obafemi went off, like to me just Scott Hogan just didn't seem to be kind of up at the same level. And I'm looking at the other options as well in attack. Like Will Keane hasn't really set the world alight in his few appearances in Ireland performance. You kind of get the vibe maybe it's just a step above him. Same with Scott Hogan. You're kind of worried as well that maybe Colin Robinson seems to his form seems to have dropped it. Even I know we got 3 goals the other night, we should be bounced with confidence, but the pessimist to me is coming out thinking we could struggle to get goals again tomorrow even, like without, because Obafemi was just so key to all that on Saturday.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt he's a massive loss, and I mean I think Chiedozie Ogbene and Callum Robinson haven't been at their best in this window. Not the way they played. They were, look, Chiedozie's been on fire for a year, and Callum was so good, just so good last year in the autumn and into November. But hopefully they can rekindle that form, and because it's going to be really tough tomorrow night.
Yeah, as we said, because we alluded to, like, this is going to be a much changed Ukrainian team. That by all regards was their second string team. Now, still some very good players in it tonight, and they still came away with a victory. And thereafter seem to have dealt with the World Cup hangover very, very well. Like I said, they've beaten us, they've beaten Armenia on Saturday, so they're going to be coming to this game bouncing full of beans. You'd probably imagine to win this game tomorrow, it sets up them to go on to win the group. I think, like, even from an Ireland kind of point of view, I think we touched on it when we did the reaction video when the draw was made in December. Second place, like, it should pretty much all but guarantee a playoff, should protect your 3rd seed. I don't think it guarantees 2nd seed to win it.
No,
but still,
the best second place team will get a 2nd seed.
Yeah,
but otherwise, we're going to. I think it looks like we're going to be a 3rd seed, because even if we do get 2nd, even if we finish ahead of Scotland, I think now if we win tomorrow night, who knows? We can still possibly top the group.
Everything's thrown right up, and there's no guarantee. We'll get a good indication of how difficult it's going to be in reality to go to Yerevan tomorrow, when we see how Scotland get on there. Was it just a freak once off the we got bet there, or is it a case of you're going to have to work very hard to get a result in Yerevan, because it's going to be very, very difficult conditions again for the Scots, similar to ourselves. But again, like, if we can kind of keep that positive result going again tomorrow, I just keep the optimism and buzz alive and keep something to play for in 2 remaining games in September. And like I said, I would have taken 2nd place beforehand in this group. I still think 2nd place is up for grabs, but I think we do need to get a good result tomorrow. Like I said, look, if we can really kick on and make it a win tomorrow, we're going to be joint top of this group, regardless of what happens in Europe. And then it really is always play for, albeit if the Ukrainians and the Scots still have that extra game in hand against each other.
Yeah, I mean, if we do get the win, anything is possible. Realistically, I think we're probably aiming for 2nd spot. And because of that defeat in Yerevan, I think the best 2nd is probably gone. So it will be 3rd seeding. But I think another key thing is any 2nd place will probably be enough. I know there's so many permutations and combinations. We don't even have the draw for the Euros yet. But my best guess is any 2nd place in a Nations League in Group B will get you a playoff. And 3rd place or 4th place, just basically, I don't think it's anywhere. No, I don't think it's even going to be good enough, because there's 16 teams in League A. There would be 8 at least in League B ahead of us. So I don't think there's a playoff coming for the 3rd and 4th teams. And remember, the 4th team in League B gets relegated, and that's, well, it's still a real possibility.
Massively,
it looks a lot less likely than it did on Saturday morning, but it's still something to be concerned about, because we're only drawn level with Armenia, and if they were to get a draw in Dublin, we would need to pick up another point somewhere to finish ahead of them on the head-to-head. Sorry, they'd be ahead of us in the head-to-head, so we'd need to finish a point ahead of them. So very much so that's still in place. So who knows? Can we get a win tomorrow night? It's going to be very tough. I mean, Ukraine are at home. It is in Poland. I believe there's going to be a lot of Ukrainian fans here. I think we've got 900 fans. There's a lot of fans. I only flew in this morning into Warsaw. There's a lot of fans on my flight. Jer flew in.
A lot here last night.
Yeah, so
Jer was the early hours in the morning.
Yeah, so Jer was here last night. You may detect a little bit of a hangover, but I think he's in good form. So I think we'll wrap it up at that. Ger, can I get your prediction for tomorrow night?
Usually when I give a pessimistic prediction on this preview show, Ireland always do well. Training to win 2-0 tomorrow, obviously hoping to have the desired effect. And the Ireland team just down below us training, so I'm hoping they actually might hear me and use that as a source of motivation.
Well, I'm going to be a bit more optimistic than Ger, and look, I'm going to go for the old reliable, the traditional result, and I'd gladly take that now, which is 1-1.
The 1-1 win.
The 1-1. Well, I tell you, if it finishes 1-1 tomorrow night, it'll be a 1-1 win, and I definitely take that.
I would too.
Thanks, guys.